Hey everybody, it's Courtney, Fiber Fox Studios, and today we are doing an episode of Tales from the Truck. I have a few things to show you guys. Not too much though. I did a lot of gardening this weekend, getting things in order, and we've had some trees come down. We've had some storms, so that's good news on the homestead as far as the storms go because we need the water, and bad news on the trees coming down and hitting things that we didn't want to hit, but that's okay. This too shall pass, right? So the first thing I wanted to show you is some happy mail I got. I got a gift in the mail from my sister-in-law, and she does t-shirts on Etsy. She has a shop. It's called DavithaCustoms. I will link it down below if anybody's interested in looking. She has a few shirts up there that she does, and hopefully she's put this shirt up that she made for me, so you guys, if you want one, you can get one. Otherwise, she does custom shirts, and they're like $20 for a custom shirt. So I wanted to show this to you guys. When my mom saw it, she literally laughed out loud. Okay, so, and I don't know, let me see if you guys can read it, so I'm going to tell you what it says. All right, so you see that? And you see the bottom? It says, me hoarding yarn like some of y'all hoard TP. Which is so true. I have way more yarn right now than I have toilet paper. I absolutely love this shirt. I cannot thank her enough. I've already messaged her and told her thank you, but it turned out perfect. She made the little girl over here. That's supposed to be me with red hair. So I love it. I'm going to be wearing this. I can only wear these type of, I probably can't wear this shirt to work, but I'm going to pull it on a Friday and try to get away with it on a Friday. Anyway, I think I could get away with it. So that was the first thing I wanted to show you guys. I loved it. And like I said, when my mom saw this, she literally laughed out loud. She thought it was so funny. So thank you again, Tabitha. And like I said, down below, I don't make any money off of it. It's totally her Etsy shop, her and her husband. You guys, is something I've shown before, but I started a border on it. So I wanted to show it to y'all so y'all could see where I got to on it. So, you guys remember this really pretty shawl, and I'd stopped right about here-ish on it because I ran out of yarn. And then I said I bought more, and I did, and I showed y'all the more that I bought. Well, then I went further with it, and I got all the way down to there. Y'all see? And I started doing my border. Right here is the start of the border. Let me hold it up so you guys can see. Let me hold it in the way that it will hopefully you'll be able to see it all. All right, so pretty, right? And then I ran out of yarn. I started, this is what the border is supposed to be like. All right, so I started this part. Let me put my hand behind it so hopefully you guys can see. So the way this border is done is you do the first, I think like 3 rows, 2 or 3 rows. You do it all the way along your project. Okay, so let me stretch this out. Hopefully you guys can see. So you start doing that border down there, and you do the first few rows all on your project, and then you go back and you start finishing out each one individually. So this would have had this pretty drop. It takes up like 3 of these little fans right here. So this would have been like, here's where I started another one. So this would have been another one like this, dropping down here. So there'd be some space in between them. And you basically like finish it out, clip the yarn, then move to the next, finish it out, clip the yarn, move to the next. So it would have had a bunch of these, but I ran out of yarn. So on one side only, I have this at the end, just one side. I wore it anyway the other day when it was cool over the weekend. I wore it. Even though the other side over here does not have that drop down. If I only had enough to at least do them at each end. But I don't, and I can't go get more. It's Michael's is where I found this yarn. This is the Red Heart It's a Wrap Rainbow Fiesta colorway, and I love, absolutely love this yarn. I think it is so gorgeous, but I don't want to pay shipping because I'm cheap, especially just for like one thing. I don't want to pay shipping. So when stores and things open back up eventually, I will probably get one more ball or cake of it. It comes in little cakes, and finish out my border. Probably. It doesn't look bad with just the one side. And like if it was draped on me and I had that side pinned, and that's what you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that would look bad. But here's the one thing I want to show you guys about this yarn. I only found one of these in the whole thing. But you have to, it's the 4 strands that you're holding together. And one of you guys gave me a tip that you put a bead on it, and that helps hold it together. But I don't think that would have helped me in this case. Because what I did is when I was working, hopefully you can see that little loop right there. Can you see that? There's a little loop sticking out right here. So I was working on this side of it, doing my little, stitch. And on the back side, I had dropped one of the strands. So I have this loop sticking out. So a way to fix this, since obviously I'm finished, this is way up at the top. I'm going to go back in with some blue thread and like loop it and pin it up in place, just so I don't like catch that on something somehow and break it. But that's the one thing you have to really watch, is make sure you don't drop part of the strand when you're working. That's what I learned. I caught myself doing it when I got down here in the red, so I started really paying attention, but I didn't realize that all the way up here where it started going blue to green, I had already done that. So that is that project. Now I'm going to show you guys real quick some of the mosaics. Now the mosaic cowl, the crochet along, is ending. I have one more pattern to get out, and I had the pattern all worked up, and I designed something and decided that's what I was going to do. And then I was working in the yard this weekend and planting flowers and doing stuff like that, so I got a little delayed. And then I sat down to start filming, and I was practicing the design I had come up with, and then I decided I didn't want to do that design anymore. So then I started working on something else, and now I'm trying to learn a new stitch to make my final pattern. Or a new mosaic design to do my final pattern. I'd seen one, and I was like, I love that. Let me figure that out. And here we are. So there's one more left, but I wanted to show you guys because maybe some of you have not seen the videos yet, but this is one of the swatches. This was pattern number 1, pattern number 2, and pattern number 3. And there's a continuation on the pattern number 3 to show you how to move on up. So there's option 1 where you have this little extra right here. And then there is option 2 on that where you don't have the little part that connects up right there. So it keeps that more square look. This kind of changes it more into like a diamond look. But there's a video that shows you how to continue up the pattern for a while. And then there is, I don't know all my numbers of my patterns, so forgive me. And I didn't bring them all, but then there is this one right here. And there is this one right here, which I do a continuation video to show you guys how to move on up multiple rows of that same exact pattern. So, I mean, these can make really pretty bags or a blanket or anything that you want. And you could have it a solid, so you don't have like pattern after pattern. There's all kinds of things you can do with these mosaics. And last but not least, grab this one. So we went, and that's one of the patterns. I think that one's pattern number 5. And then 6, 7, and I think this is pattern 8. I don't know. I'm not prepared. Am I ever, though? But this is the last one that I released right here. So, yeah, this is the last one I released. There's one more coming. And this one right here, I actually started working it up in a second repeat of it to show you what that would look like if you continued this pattern on up for a series. So, and that's in yarn that is not as contrasting, so it's similar color. So I don't know if it's shown up on camera for you guys, but this is like a light lavender and then a little bit darker of a lavender. And you literally rewind the video and just move up to the next row. There's nothing like weird or changing about it, but that's what it ends up looking like if you continue it on up. I love it. I'm actually making a pillow out of this. I'm doing a pillow for my mom. Her favorite color is lavender, so doing that for her. So that is it for today. Don't have a whole lot else that I've been working on. I do have my tops that I've been working on, but not anything ready to show you guys. There's going to be another top tutorial. I just released one this week, and then there's going to be another one coming. And yeah, let's see what else. That's it. I've got a couple other things I'm not ready to show. So I'm also going to get started on my giant unicorn pillows. Wasn't able to this weekend. So I had to do yard work, but you know, I'm going to be working on those, and I'll start showing you guys the progress and stuff. I have to hurry up because, like, yeah, I got like a month till my niece's birthday. The first one that I'm making is for my niece's birthday. So I'm going to get started on those. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll link that tutorial down below, and I showed it in my last Tales from the Truck. So thank you guys as always so much for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying the mosaics. Hopefully you're not mad at me for delaying the very last pattern. I am going to do other mosaics that are a different count, you know, multiples and stuff. So, and they won't be like a crochet along. They'll just be different mosaic designs. So I'll be doing those. I'm at least going to put one out every month, maybe 2 a month. You know, we'll see, because the tops and things I make do take a little bit longer to film, and there's a lot more planning involved than the mosaics. So that's it for today. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and until next time, bye.